Hello Ramblers. So first of all, take a look at this view. Yeah, so I thought this was a pretty good place to talk about God. Yeah, I'm finding it a little difficult to actually talk here because it's just so pretty. All I want to do is just sit and stare at it. I mean, I kind of live on this lake, but I rarely take the time to come out here and appreciate it. So, James, what a topic. So first of all, I want to say that like Brendan and James, I was brought up Roman Catholic. I was a pretty devout Roman Catholic through most of my childhood, actually through all of my childhood. I went to Catholic high school, so I believed everything that Catholicism taught to the word. I believed in their perception of God, I believed in their morality on pretty much everything. It was only a couple of years ago, really, because through my first year of college/university, I was still very devout Catholic. I still went to church every Sunday, even though I didn't have my parents pressuring me to anymore. But then, that summer, the next year, I stopped going to church, and that was because my view on God and my view on morality had changed, and it no longer was in line with Catholic beliefs, and therefore I didn't feel comfortable going to Catholic church. So now basically my perception of God is that every perception of deity, whether it's a Christian perception or a Muslim perception or a Jewish perception or a Buddhist perception or Hindu or whatever, it's all legitimate and it's all right in its own way, if that makes sense. I do believe, I wouldn't call it a higher power because I don't really believe in a separate realm. I don't believe that there is a heaven, earth, and then hell. I don't believe in that. Really, I believe earth is all there is. Well, not earth, but the universe is all there is, and that in all of our lives we will be here. So I guess in that sense I do believe in reincarnation, but I don't believe that what we do in this life affects any of our next lives. I'm not explaining this very well. Like I said, it's something that's kind of very personal to me that I don't usually talk about. I agree with Alex on what she said on Sunday, that it's an idea that's so huge, and so the idea of God is just so huge and so vast that it's really hard to wrap our minds around it and come up with a good way of explaining it. And in a way that's true, but also with my perception of deity, it's also just so simple that it's hard for me to explain it and make it understood to others. I don't really like to call it God. I like to call it deity or spirit or whatever. That it's not really separate from us. It's not really a separate entity. It's more a part of everything, and it's the underlying spirituality that exists in everything. I mean, in me and you and the trees and the water and everything, and that everybody relates to deity in different ways, and everybody will find the way of relating to deity that is best for them. And for a lot of people, Christianity and organized religion are the best way that they can relate to it, relate to that part of the world, to the universe. Whereas for me and for a lot of other people, it just doesn't work anymore. I hope that made sense. So in a way, I guess I kind of am a polytheist, and I believe in reincarnation. I believe that it is now my turn to pick the topic, so I kind of wanted, since James went with the super controversial, hard to talk about topic this week, I'm going to go with the super controversial, hard to talk about topic next week. And So I'm going to go with, let's talk about capital punishment, the death penalty, and murderers, basically. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. And the reason for this is because in one of my classes we were reading In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, and it's really been kind of like messing with my head. And so I wanted to maybe mess with the people's heads, because yeah, I thought that would be fun. So yeah, what are your thoughts on capital punishment and the death penalty, and on like murder in general? Like, what do you think it takes to make a murderer, I guess, and like whether or not you feel like murderers should be put to death for their crimes. So yeah, that should be fun. See you on Saturday, Brendan.